Good evening, queens. Queens. When I say that, I would say retrograde have had things a little topsy-turvy for my life. That's really what's been going on. Not anything bad, just little things going awry. And I am the first one to say that retrograde is not like a big deal that we try to make it into. But for some signs that falls under the stars during the retrograde, we are directly affected by it. So if you are noticing certain things that are occurring in your life at this time, it could be because your star sign is directly aligned with what's going on in our universe. Basically the planets moving backwards, opposite of the way that the planet normally moves. The planet is moving. So the planet usually moves clockwise. During retrograde, it moves opposite of that. So people always associate that with, things happening like, oh, this occurred that normally doesn't happen, that occurred that normally doesn't happen. That is my situation right now. I've just been having weird things happen with my computer. This is a brand new computer and I've been having issues with it. So I'm stuck and reduced to recording on my phone right now until we get everything figured out. However, it's so awkward and crazy that everything wanted to occur the day before and the day of class. So again, I always talk to you ladies about duality. Things happen in this universe. A lot of things we can't control, but there are that small percentage of things that we cannot control. Okay? Not to mention, this is a side note, but I had bought some type of skin tool I had gotten from like Marshalls or something. So what I get for doing it. And it's basically to minimize your pores. Look, it's like brought blood up to my face. So I look like I have a big scratch, but it's just like suction, because it have the tool had like a suction part on it, so it kind of suctioned the blood to the top of my face. So don't be alarmed. I didn't get into a fight or anything. It's just that machine. So, but like I said, beyond everything happening, I am still sticking to my obligation. I told you ladies that we would begin on the 2nd. Yesterday, like my computer literally had no life and my webcam would not work. So tomorrow we are stepping out to go buy another computer with a webcam attached to it. So for tonight, it will not be live, but I'll be answering your questions live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the video here. I'm going to go over some rules and things of that nature, and just tell you a little bit more about the platform that we're using. And right now I'm actually in my little boudoir room. So normally I won't be in there. I'd be in my office, but I'm just going to record in here because the lighting is pretty good. All right, but going forward, we're going to be having class. You'll be able to see my whiteboard that I have purchased just for the class. And like I said, it'll be more of a classroom setting, even from you watching the video remotely. All right. But like I said, I wanted to fulfill this obligation that I got everybody excited for. So let's get into it. You all seem to like our talks, so let's talk. All right. So just wanted to tell you a few things about how class is going to go, just for everyone's acknowledgement. So I know a lot of people had a lot of issues getting into the course syllabus that I emailed out to you. And I do want to apologize too. This is another, I blame retrograde. I sent you all mass emails on the day of October 31st. I made sure everyone's email was correct, and it still didn't get to everybody, so I still found myself, I'm doing this all by myself, by the way. So I still found myself trying to edit emails and resend things and send out the course class and resend the syllabus. along with taking care of a newborn baby, trying to manage the house and everything else. So these past few days have been a little hectic for me, and like I said, just bear with me. You will get your money's worth, okay? And it's just, everything is just a little bit weird right now, just until we get into the swing of things. I would say by our next class, things will be a lot more settled, a lot based on what we talked about we're going to be doing. But I just want to tell you a little bit about the how class is going to go. So you all that were not able to see the syllabus in the email, I have posted the class syllabus in our actual classroom. So if you look on the class wall, you'll be able to see announcements and things of that nature that will basically let you know how the day is going to go, how the week is going to go, if anything has changed on my end. If anything changes on your end, you can personally email me and at kianahill@gmail.com, or you can email the email that a lot of you pay with the PayPal. Okay, the shop autumneternity@gmail.com, but I am most responsive to my first and last name, Kiana Hill, KIYANAHILL@gmail.com. I'm also going to put the information in the in YouTube's description. Okay, so again, this video is not live, but it's going to be uploaded to our class YouTube. That way you can catch it. You can write any notes or anything of that nature that you'd like to do. So that is one thing. Another thing I wanted to say was, after our class discussions, if you all want to start a discussion, there is an area in the classroom. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be able to screen record, so I'll be able to show you what I'm doing live as far as being in the classroom. For now, I'm just going to explain it to you as best that I can. But you will, you should be able to start discussions in the discussion area. On the wall, you can post things on the wall if they have, anything to do or discussing in class or that subject. If you have any questions or concerns or what I'm talking about, if you want to heart me up, if you want to agree, you can definitely like and comment on the YouTube. That particular YouTube is just going to be for class. So that YouTube is going to be exclusive to just class participants. However, I will have a YouTube just for my regular teachings and things going if you all want to support me on that as well. And I will, that is to be announced. Okay. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about is the lives. So a lot of the times I am getting a lot of requests, or people are asking, are you live every day? What time zone are you in? I am in North Carolina, so this is Eastern, EST, Eastern Standard Time, okay? So it's always going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time unless I have made some type of announcement, which will be found again on the classroom wall. All right, so if you have any questions, if you have not heard from me and you're looking for the live and I have made no announcement, then that's probably going to be very rare. All right, so you will always be able to find out what's going on, where is my instructor in the classroom on the wall, if I am not live at the time or have sent any type of email or any type of correspondence to you. Okay. The class is now closed, so if you know anyone that's trying to enter the class, they will have to wait on the next class. I am at capacity. I actually let 10 more people in just due to them really wanting to get into the class. So my readings, I'll be reading 60 people instead of just the 50 that I said that I was going to read in the first place. So today is actually day one. We were supposed to do day one as of November 1st, but today is day one. And we are going to be talking about manifestation. All right. And I'm breaking manifestation down through the days because manifestation is a big subject. It's time consuming. I really can't wrap everything up in one video or one day, 1 hour. So I rather just start with the basics. What is manifestation? All right. So manifestation, ladies, is basically a thought that turns into reality. Now, I have already told you, ladies, in past lives, not like our life, but the lives that I do on Facebook, that you are naturally master manifestors. Okay. We are all always creating. In this consciousness, in this parallel that we live in, we are conscious creators, meaning that everything that we think about, if we hold that thought for 17 seconds, that thought is sent out to the universe. It's like, I'm going to give you an example. You know how you're in line, right? And you're waiting on something. Like you're a kid, you're in the line at the cafeteria, you're waiting on your turn, okay? Or if you jump out of line, you have to go all the way to the back of the line, okay? So that's pretty much how manifestations in your thoughts work. If you hold that thought for 17 seconds, that thought does start creating a buzz and it creates reality for you. So this is why I'm constantly telling you all to be conscious of your thoughts. When you first wake up, to become, as soon as you've became awakened or you're starting to awaken, being conscious of your thoughts is one of the main things that you have to do, that you need to, I'm sorry, checking on something, make sure that you do, because you can accidentally manifest backwards. And a lot of people have done that. A lot of people do it on a regular basis and don't even realize they're manifesting backwards. So how you make sure that you're always ahead of your thoughts, I'm actually going to talk about that in the next video. But right now, I'm just going to stick to the basics of what is manifestation. So we're all manifesting. We're manifesting every day, every hour, every time we're thinking, every time we are putting feeling with that thought, we are manifesting. And this is another reason why, I tell you to watch your thoughts around love, watch your thoughts around money, watch your thoughts around people, watch your thoughts around yourself, because all these things, especially if feelings is associated to it, if feelings are associated to it, it does turn into a reality later on. A lot of people, are doing manifestation techniques and things like that from our group, and we're going to be doing that this week. We're going to be actually today, we are going to do a manifestation technique before the end of our classroom, our session. And then tomorrow, I want you to tell me if you have been noticing anything from that manifestation come into reality, okay? And here is the thing. So let's talk about when you manifest backwards first. I'll give you an example. So say if you're in a situation and you're feeling like, complaining all the time, money is bad, bill after bill is due, you feel like you never can get over the bridge of being in debt. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel this way, but when you start thinking about it hard and then you're putting feelings behind it, like you might even let out a few tears about feeling like completely like you're drowning in debt, this unfortunately creates an adverse reaction to what you maybe thought you were doing. You thought that maybe you just might be sitting there expressing your feelings and feeling sorry for yourself. But really what it's doing is actually creating more of that for you. Okay? This is why you have to be careful, because the universe doesn't recognize your thoughts are good or bad. It doesn't have that distinguishment. Okay? We as humans have that discernment, but the universe does not have that discernment. Whatever thought and feeling you mesh together, that's what creates the manifestation. Especially if the thought is more than 17 seconds long, that is sending to the universe, hey, I want more of this. So when you're talking about, oh, woe is me, I don't have any money, my job is never going to put me where I want to be financially, I'm never going to get a raise, my boss hates me, just things that are really backwards, okay, or just what you may regularly feel. These things are creating for you more of that problem. So this is manifesting backwards. Or like I said, if you're in a relationship and you're talking to your friends and you're telling them how bad this partner is, how bad this man is, girl, this man don't want to work, girl, this man puts hands on me, or oh, this man is lazy, he doesn't cook, he doesn't clean. If you're just constantly putting that out there into the universe with feelings associated to it, you're asking for more of that. It sounds backwards, but that's what it is. Even down to praying, like, I'm gonna give you a tip. You don't have to be religious to pray. You can actually pray to your higher self. You can pray to the Most High. You can pray to the consciousness that's out there in the universe. You can call it God. Some people call it Jah. So like I said, some people call it the Most High. Some people call it the Creator. Some people call it the universe, the Master, whatever you want to call it. You can still pray to it without being associated to religion. But how you would do so is, like there is, I know when I used to go to church, and this isn't about church, but I'm just making an example. When I used to go to church, I would hear things like, Lord, I'm not worthy, or Lord, I'm just your humble slave, or I'm just, you know what I mean? Like things that are, how can I put this? They are lower than what you are. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of the prayers that we were taught, they kind of lessened us as beings. You know what I mean? To just come to this superior being and lay everything on the table, but not come to him in a way, or him or her in a way that we are empowered and we know that it's done. We go and lay our lives down and just, you know what I mean, make things seem like we are just these weak little people, you know what I mean, needing help all the time. And that is the reason why your prayers do not work. Did you know that a prayer is another sort of manifestation? Did you know that? Yeah, whenever you're asking the Most High, this is what I like to call it, the Most High, for anything, that is a manifestation, because you are thinking about it, you are putting emotion behind it. Excuse me, this piece of hair is so annoying to me. You are thinking about it, you are putting emotion behind it, and you are creating with it. So basically, that prayer is being sent up as a manifestation to the universe. And if you are constantly praying, talking about what you need or what you don't have, or the woe is me, the universe hears it as you want more of that. Okay? This is a tried and true thing, queens. All right? You know what I'm talking about. When you pray and you're like, dang, why isn't God answering my prayer? I've been, completely faithful and completely humble to life. I've been giving back. I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm still not getting any results with this prayer. Or I'm still not getting any results with my manifestation. What's going on? I'm asking for this. I'm asking for that. It's not happening. This doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like this is really what people feel when they don't know how to manifest forward. So I just explained manifesting backwards for you. Let me explain what manifesting forward looks like. All right. So when you manifest forward, or when you are intentionally manifesting the things that you want to happen in your life, when you are doing that, you must use vocabulary that is conducive to the universe hearing your request and doing things in the way that you want it to happen. All right. So for instance, like I'm going to go ahead and put out the manifestation technique. All right. Because basically we want to do something where it's easy, but it's also not easy for you to see all the time or find that quickly, because then you won't think it's your manifestation coming true. So what I want for you to manifest, okay? I want for you to manifest somebody that you have not talked to in a while reaching out to you. All right? It could be an ex-lover. It could be an old friend. It could be anybody, absolutely anybody that you want, that you've wondered why you haven't talked to that person in so long. You don't even have to be somebody that you have any type of feelings for, but we are going to manifest receiving contact from somebody that you haven't heard from in quite some time. All right? And so hold that thought, because I'm going to come back to it. But manifesting forward, okay? So when you are intentionally being intentful with your manifestations, number one you have to do is be specific. You have to be very specific as to what you are trying to manifest. So let's go with the manifestation technique that we talked about. So if we are trying to manifest a specific person to contact us, the first thing we need to do is have in mind who that person is. Okay? If we are just saying, oh, I want someone to contact me, then anybody will contact you. But you have to be specific about who you want to contact you. So I'm going to say an old friend of mine, my old friend Alima. Now, we had a falling out maybe last year or so, and we vowed not to talk to each other again. So this would be showing me that I'm working my manifestation muscle and that this works if she actually contacts me within the next 3 days or so. Okay, so I'm going to put out to the universe that I want Alima to contact me in the next 3 days. All right, via the internet. So you see how specific I was about my request. The person, how I want them to contact me, how long they have to contact me, and how I'm going to feel when they contact me. So I want to feel surprised when she contacts me. That is me intentionally manifesting. So whenever you go into your thoughts and you start thinking about exactly how you want this to manifest, you need to go ahead and visualize. You would visualize how you want this to happen or what the conversation may be something about. This is going to prove to you that you are consciously creating your life. I think that is the hardest thing for most people that are waking up to understand, that we actually have created this life up until this point. When you're a child, you may not realize it. Most of us had no clue that we were actually setting out how our lives are going to go based on what we thought about, okay, as kids. Like, I'm going to give you a personal story, and I'm just going to tell you how powerful, I'm going to give you a few, how powerful manifestation is, okay? When I was a silly teenage girl, like 15, 16, this was during the time, because I grew up, I am 30, so I was born in 88. I was pretty much a millennial child. I grew up in the 90s. And I was a millennial child in the 2000s. Okay, I was a teenager during that time, early 2000s, 8, 9, all of that. Well, no, 2008, I was 19. So, yeah, okay. You get what I'm saying. So, basically, this was during the time where it was really, it was really popular to be dating guys or to have a boyfriend that was a thug. You know what I mean? Somebody that was bad. A lot of good girls, like myself, liked bad guys, okay? So, or just the persona of a bad guy. Can I tell you that is all I attracted in my adulthood? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I grew up and I changed what I wanted, a lot of the dudes that I've dated in my life or that I was in serious relationships with had undertones of being thugs. You know, so basically that's what I mean about consciously creating and not realizing, even when you were a child, that you were consciously creating the future that you wanted. So this is why now that you are an adult and that you are waking up, you have to be careful with your thoughts, because they do manifest. Do they manifest immediately? No. Some do, some don't. And I'm going to explain that more. So the manifestations that come very fast are things that our subconscious believe that we can have right now, okay? Or that we are deserving of having right now. That is how the subconscious mind works. So a lot of times in the group, people are wanting to manifest thousands of dollars. Oh, I want to win the lottery. Oh, I want a Lamborghini. I want a Maserati. You know, all these big gargantuan type manifestations. And the thing is, here's the thing, everything that you want in the universe, it's already here. It's already here in abundance. What I mean by already here is that you see it physically already. It just may not be in your hands yet. 9 times out of the 10, it's not in your hands yet. However, these are real things. A Maserati is a real thing. You can think about wanting to attract a Maserati, and a Maserati will drive right beside you maybe an hour after that thought. Okay, so that's what I mean by everything we want is already here. However, it's up to us to actually grab it. Okay, and how you grab it and you make those things that you care to manifest yours is by your subconscious beliefs. Okay, so we're going to get into subconscious beliefs later on. That is a whole chapter that we're going to work on, because that is where the manifestations and how your manifestations go and the success of your manifestations actually begin. It begins in your subconscious mind. Okay, queens? So that's why some things happen immediately and some things take, the universe's time, because we say the universe's time, but it's really when your subconscious mind believes that you can attain that, believes that you're worthy of that. Like, a lot of people are asking about the quantum jumping, like, oh, I tried quantum jumping, or I tried working with deities, or I tried manifesting this, I tried using candle work, I've tried this, I've tried that, it still hasn't worked. Let me tell you, every single thought that you have and you put genuine feeling behind, and you have you are specific in your feeling, you are specific in your visualization. When you're having that thought with that feeling and that visualization, and your subconscious mind is there and active in believing it, it is going to manifest every time, guys. It is physics. Try it. Try it with anything. Try it with absolutely anything. I know when I was 21 and I was working at Wells Fargo Bank, I told myself that in a couple of years, I'm actually going to be self-employed. And that is what I put the thought out there, but I truly believe that. And I was self-employed going forward all the way up into 2019. And this was from 2012 all the way 2019. I'm sorry. I was completely self-employed. I did not work for anybody. I worked for myself. Now I've manifested myself to working around people again, because I missed working. So this is why I'm back to work as a licensed insurance salesperson. But what I'm trying to say is give you examples of me manifesting things that I wanted to have happen. Okay, so again, be specific with what you want when you're trying to manifest. And the third thing is that you have to let your subconscious mind has to believe what you're trying to manifest. So the things that come a little bit easier to us that you've seen happen like this, like we did a manifestation technique in one of my first lives where I told you all to manifest a purple car. So many people wrote me saying, I manifested a purple car. Oh my God, this works. I'm so excited to begin my journey. And it was amazing to see that, because that means you are using your manifestation muscle and it's growing. And your subconscious mind believed that you can see, that you can attract a purple car into your universe. And you did that. Some people say purple car, that's way too easy. I see purple cars all the time. Well, I don't. This is why I recommended it, because I don't see purple cars all the time. They are a rarity to me. So this is why I recommended people manifesting a purple car. All right. So with this manifestation technique, I am making the work a little bit harder, just so you can know. Like I said, you are exclusive. You pay for this class. So I want to teach you how to manifest, and I'm going to let you know this is going to work. If you are specific about the intent of who you want reaching out to you, how they're going to reach out to you, when they reach out to you, it's going to work. So again, our homework, our manifestation technique for our intro into manifestation is I want you to manifest someone to reach out to you that you have not heard from in quite some time. Okay, and how they reach out to you, if they phone you or they write you on Instagram, they write you on Facebook, they write you on Messenger, wherever, I want you all to let me know how it manifested. Okay, so that's the first thing. Let's see. So that is the first part of the manifestation ritual that I want you to do. We're going to have a part 2 at the end of this week, and that we're going to actually talk about. Okay, a lot of you actually manifested your way into this class. You may not have known it, but I've gotten messages from people saying they've manifested the money to be able to join the class. They've manifested interest in the class. You know, they found the group, you know, just looking for somewhere to belong. So